My name's Dakota Weik, and I document the world of body art, and this is gonna be a tattoo tour of all the tattoos I've collected. So my thought was to make this go with the coordinates, and that's where I'm from, Lebanon, Pennsylvania, small little town. Just a small little town, there's like 5,000 people there. This I got in California. This was the Heisenberg's principle. It's like a physics equation. And then I designed this tattoo, which is the Vitruvian Man and Carl Sagan's pale blue dot poem that he wrote about when we sent the satellite past Pluto and took one last photo of Earth, and it was talking about like all the atrocities that go on in the Earth and like all the people fighting each other and just realizing that we're just a small little blue dot in the middle of the cosmos. So we really need to like take care of each other and collaborate. And the recordings that were on the golden record that was on that satellite. So there's a little record on the satellite that we engraved, so if any other extraterrestrials ever find it, they can hear the sounds of Earth. This I also got in Pennsylvania. So these are places that I've been to, and I wanted to make like a whole sleeve. Palace of Westminster, my favorite location on Earth, and it's the Matterhorn in Switzerland, and then the Parthenon in Greece. And this didn't work out exactly how I wanted it to, but a lot of other people enjoy this design. This looked like that the day I got it, so it looked like I was 85 years old the second I got this tattoo. And then I tried to fix it, and the plane didn't help, but then I got Chinese like water paint style to fill in, and then it says embrace culture in Chinese across that. And I triple checked the meaning of that to make sure that it didn't say anything like little pee-pee man or something. Then this one I got from Nick Fierro. He helped fix this transition of this city, and it's my eyeball, and then he turned it into pointillism. So he took a photo of my eye, turned it into pointillism, and then put it there and filled this in because I was so lost how to start like having this all come together. And then this is where all the international ones are. I got this in Mexico. It's like a sugar skull. It says Soy Feliz at the Soy Feliz studio. This is a spin-off of Banksy's design, except instead of her letting go of a balloon, it's him reaching for a cloud, and it says dreams come first in Estonian. Got this in Costa Rica. This was Leonardo da Vinci's first flying machine, so like part of the exploration and evolution of travel and flight travel. This I did get in California, but it's also going along with this. So this was the flying machine. This was the helicopter, his first helicopter that he created. I got this in Colombia. This was my first clothing company that I had, and it's called Costa Mundo, and in every order I would wrap up a little message in a bottle and send it with the order. So I got that to signify that. That was in Bogota. I got the Inked Abroad logo flying into the capital of Kosovo while I was there, and then there's like the symbol and the face of Pristina. Got this in Portugal. In Lisbon, they have like the walls are decorated with these painted tiles and little blue tiles. So I found this girl that tattooed there, and she specializes in making those tiles. When I showed up, like she came out of her studio and was like, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "You don't sound Portuguese." She's like, "No, I'm from Baltimore." I was like, "I live out here now." This I got in California. This is Enjoy Your Time in Arabic. And my thought process behind that was time was first recorded in like Mesopotamia, but the language then was cuneiform. So trying to find that translation of Enjoy Your Time was a little difficult. So I translated to modern day Arabic because that's where Iraq is. So it's a hand pouring sand into an hourglass and also holding a pocket watch. I got like the DreamWorks style logo, but in Turkey, because they got the moon and the star on their flag. Oh, the Berlin bear, cute little teddy bear there. I remember at the Berlin convention, a dude walking by with heavy tattoos. I'm like, oh, my little teddy bear. This I got in London. It says the most interesting story, and it's like to signify just keep living your life, doing the most wild things so you have the most interesting story to tell when you're older. Got this one in Ibiza, just a little tiny tattoo from Tiny Tattoo Studio. They just do real little ones. And then this is the funniest one I have. So I was in Macedonia, and I went to a bartender, and I was like, "Hey, I need a tattoo, but but English doesn't always translate over when you're doing like common sayings and stuff. So I was like, can you give me something? And he was a really sweet kid. He loved what Inked Abroad is, so he came back and he's like, keep your head down and focus on your work. I was like, that's so cool. Okay. Went to get it tattooed, and my friend Gogo was like, you really gonna get that tattooed on you? I was like, yeah, what does it mean? I was like, doesn't it mean keep your head down and focus on your work? He's like, yeah, it does mean that, but there's like a new slang, and it's shut up and fuck. I was like, but does it mean the first thing? And he's like, yes, I wouldn't let you get it unless it meant that. And I was like, keep your head down and focus on your work. And I was like, now I can see where that's derived. So I got it tattooed. Tattoo artist was like, no way he's getting this. She's like, but I'll do it. And then I went to the bar later and I saw a couple people and they're like, oh my God, can I get a photo? Insane. That I also got in Germany. I got this land using a cross staff, navigating the stars with that tool. And it says, keep traveling on and on in French. I've always been obsessed with the French culture and like studying French. So I started off with that. There's a little dial. And that one. I got that one in New Delhi. That one says, don't stop until you've seen everything. I think it directly translates, never stop. So I got that there. I also had to triple check that one. I got thank you in Portuguese when I was in Sao Paulo. And then this is one of my favorite tattoos. It's the space shuttle taking off, and then the acronym of Impossible n'est pas français. So nothing's impossible in French. And the reason I got that derived is when Napoleon went to take over Madrid in 1808, he told his team that he's going to invade the city, and they're like, that's impossible. And he's like, nothing's impossible. Impossible is not a French word. So off of that, I was like, I'm gonna get that. I got JFK's We Choose to Go to the Moon speech here. We have no purpose with a little space astronaut girl. I always loved that motif, so I found somebody to do that, and then I added that to the bottom. Didn't know what to do with my knee, so I went to this guy, Greg Spellman, and I was like, hey, can we make my knee purple? And it's something space related, so he just cranked that out in 2 hours, and it's one of my favorites, but it was so miserable to sit through. Then this one I got from my friend Pablo in the Philadelphia Tattoo Convention. Just wanted something to fill in the space. And I got this matching tattoo with my boys. We got Cowboy Up. This is a traditional tattoo that is an astronaut's hand holding a golden record on it. We got the Latvian one. I was originally gonna do this all traditional from other countries, but then I decided to dedicate this leg to the world's greatest tattoo artist that I just collect from. We got a Christian boy tattooed my foot. It was the most miserable experience of my life. Yeah, so he like spread my toes apart and tattooed black inside. And he's like, I'm gonna do the toes last because you're not gonna make it through if we start with them first. The cathedral Gothic window is gonna go here. The whole back's gonna get blasted with the traditional pinup girls. I got a bunch of the artists planned out here, like Kozo here. Like to get Filowino, but there's like, I really gotta hone in because there's so many. I want hundreds. Totally. So I think it's just I'll just allow it to happen naturally. And if you want to find me on social media, it's at Inked Abroad on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and then Dakota Weik, Weik on Facebook.